Welcome to this online training program, and congrats for taking this step towards your growth and your transformation. The greatest service you can give to this world is your own self-realization and self-actualization. By becoming pure and by connecting to your higher self, you will do your job, what you're here to do, and you will realize the truth of your being, who you are in your essence, not just in your constructed personality, but really who you are. And when you tap into that, everything that you do or whatever you experience will be so in harmony with your higher self that you will see the connections, the dots. And this way of living would be way more fulfilling than just a typical human experience, which is full of anxiety, fear, depression, so on and so forth. While suffering could be part of this process, you don't have to get stuck there. Because the purpose of suffering is to find the lesson, learn it, and then move on to your next level, to your growth. So this is the purpose of this online training, which is to purify you and to connect you with your higher self. I'm going to facilitate this, but you will do the job, you will do the work. You'll have to apply the lessons and integrate everything in your subconscious or unconscious mind. And the way we will do that is by, of course, the lessons, the teachings that I'll give you. And those will be followed up by meditations. Because in that hypnotic state, when your mind is relaxed, then your mind really gets it. You don't have to remember the stuff that I'm telling you. You can definitely take notes, but more than remembering just by memory, our goal is to rewire the brain and go beyond it. But it's really day-to-day integration and application in your life. So with that said, let's get into today's introductory lesson, which is the path that we'll take, which is the path of self-mastery. This path will purify you so that it's almost effortless to connect with your higher self. The higher self, your higher self, wants to connect with you. But the problem is that we are not willing to connect. We may think that we want to connect, but then we drag ourselves down just because of our conditioning. We don't want to see our power, what we're here to do, or take the responsibility that we have. And that responsibility is not scary, it's the biggest thing that will fulfill your soul. But we just get scared because of the programming. So let's talk about the path of self-mastery, how it will help you, not just to enlighten yourself, but to live that way. Living an enlightened life is more important than having enlightened experiences. Of course, they're important, and you will get to that through this path of self-mastery. But The goal is to start with the other way around. By living already as if you're enlightened, not as if, but you are in the future. So just start living that way and you will get there. Change your identity. So let's talk about the path of self-mastery. The path of self-mastery contains 4 key ingredients. The one is physical mastery. And the physical mastery is not really anything with the abilities of the body, but it's really about gathering your willpower to do or to stay. So there are 2 powers. One is initiation, to take an initiative. That could be come out of courage. And the other one is endurance. Can you stay on this path? And can you start your journey? Those are the 2 most important things in physical mastery. And it's not just about the path, but also imagine taking a mission in your life, and then can you start first of all, and then can you stay on it if it aligns with your soul's true calling. And the same goes with your meditations. Can you show up every day to connect with your higher self and then stay at it, keep at it? So that is the essence of physical mastery. And you've already taken the first step. So good. The next one is mental mastery. So the mental mastery is about keeping your mind still, no matter what. No matter if you're dying, no matter if you're burning, no matter if you're broke, no matter if you've lost somebody you loved, no matter if you have been betrayed, nothing can affect your stillness of mind. That is mental mastery. Can you keep your mind still even if you're afraid to death? And when you can do that, then only you get to experience the magic of your light and love, the purity of who you are. So the way you do it is, of course, easier said than done. But it's just daily practice of noticing, first of all, what is coming up, the thoughts that are coming up, and imagine if those thoughts are really not yours, because they're not yours. But it really helps when you find out that they're actually not yours. Whose thoughts are they? Nobody's. So thoughts just come to you. Imagine thoughts coming to you, and you have the power to deflect them. You can ignore them, or you can turn them into something beautiful. So that is another concept, which is creating your perception of reality. What do you prefer in your life? How do you want to look at things? But everything is coming out of stillness of your mind. So thoughts just come to you, and if you can keep your mind still, then you can alchemize your thoughts or ignore them, deflect them, whatever you want to do. But it can only happen if you can keep your mind still. So that is the path of mental mastery. The third one is emotional mastery. Emotions are really guides that tell you something is wrong. Whenever you're triggered by somebody or something, that means you're not aligned with your higher self, with your true self. Something is wrong. The way you're seeing things is not right. Your feelings are valid. I'm not saying that your feelings are not valid, but they're not yours and they're coming out of your programming. And if you really want to escape your programming, then you need to purify every emotion that comes to you, thank it, acknowledge it, validate it, but then purify it with love and light. Purify everything from your heart. Then every emotion becomes a gift that helps you come back to your center. Oh, now I see things. I was triggered, but if I do the work of emotional mastery, then I come back to my center. And what most people do with triggers is that they get triggered, maybe even they acknowledge the triggers, but then that's it. So they don't purify it with love, and that's the final step that they miss. So that is the everyday practice for your emotional mastery. The fourth one is your spiritual mastery, which is, you can call it self-realization or enlightenment. It's really raising your consciousness to realize who you are. You're not this little human. Of course, you're in this form right now, but this is not eventually, finally, at essence, this is not who you are. So this happens through guidance. You can take my guidance and the meditations that I'll give you, the lessons I'll give you. You can also take guidance of other spiritual masters or gurus, whoever you feel is more aligned with you, who you can trust. But then the final goal is to guide yourself. In your meditations, you want to get to the point when you're using your guided meditation sometimes, but not all the time. Sometimes just tune in, guide yourself, gather your will to focus, notice your emotions, see your thoughts, but then prioritize your self-realization more than anything in your meditations and in your life. So that is spiritual mastery. This is the path. It's not easy, but it becomes effortless once you are 100% committed to it, because you have no other choice. Where will you go? You have chosen this path. So this is what you signed up for. There's no going back. I'm sorry. And now let's tune in with this introduction. Forget everything that I said for now, and let's tune in with a short meditation just to get things rolling. So I want you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath, or two, or three. Notice anything that is going on in your body. How relaxed you feel, or if there's any sensation that is bothering you. or just that is grabbing your attention. Just scan your body. Now tune in to your emotions. How centered do you feel? Are there any emotions still stuck in you that are wanting your attention? Just notice for now and send some love to them. Now notice your thoughts that are coming to you. None of those thoughts are yours. They're just coming, appearing one by one or all at once. And tune into your stillness of mind. That no matter what thoughts come or how many thoughts come, your mind is still. It can take all of those thoughts and still stay still. Don't try to get rid of any thoughts for now. Just stay still, no matter what. Now go a little deeper into your essence, beyond your thoughts, beyond your emotions, beyond your body. It's okay if emotions, thoughts, or sensations arrive, but stay in that awareness. Now take a deep breath. Again, deep breath. And release everything. Then open your eyes I'll see you in the next lesson.